All right, here we go again. So we got Luna in the trailer. It is a little bit of a longer hike. This rail bed is not too bad to walk on and bike on, because it's all been sort of pounded flat and granular's been added, and, you know, so it's not kind of crazy ballasty as we see with other lines like the Kinghorn. Kind of a nice day today, kind of interesting. You know, I kind of geared my my hikes around the weather. So yesterday we were out past Raith at Horne Station, and kind of turned into a bit of a gong show. Didn't quite work out the way that I wanted it to. You'll see when you watch that episode what happened. And so today was supposed to be cloudy, so we're driving out here. We get here and it's like clear. So here we're into just a small little bit of rock work here. So you can see just the tiny little bit here on this side here, maybe 8-9 feet high the most. And so it was supposed to be cloudy. We get out here and it's like clear, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Like every forecast I looked at said it was supposed to be cloudy. And so I was kind of a little bit perturbed, because we needed cloud for this, just because of all the rock cuts and stuff. And on purpose last week when we were driving out, I pre-recorded every single rock cut, just in case, you know, the sun was out and, you know, we didn't have the ideal conditions to see the rock cuts. And all of a sudden, like, it looked like the sun was going to pop out, and then poof, it just clouded over. So I guess the weather forecasters were right. So this has actually worked out very, very well. Got some nice even lighting conditions, so we see everything very well, and we can do the rock cuts as we're kind of going along. Sometimes it's hard if you pre-record things to try to splice them in when they're on the grade. You know, you can do kind of things off the grade. That's a little different story, but trying to, especially in the beginning there, we were doing the history lesson, and now you got to try to splice something in. Doesn't necessarily work out very well. So basically this section here, we are running, we are climbing. Essentially, I think back there where we started the episode, we were about 1,440 feet. We've climbed 10 feet already. Up ahead we were at like 1,493, so we got to go another 40 feet. So you can see the incline of the grade. We just continue to climb. Lots of rock cuts, lots of huge embankments. So here you can see we're up above this little creek here, and we got to be at least 30 feet up, if not more. You can see sort of the geography of the area. Very Canadian shield, boreal shield, Laurentian shield, whatever term you want to use for it. Lots of rock, and then interspersed with pockets of water and swamp. Again, it's at the end of October. Basically all the leaves are gone. All the tamaracks too, which are a species of larch, a coniferous tree that loses its needles. Last week they were brilliant yellow. They are gone. So you can see this one here has got a little bit of its needle still left on it, but not much. So we're kind of bare, which is okay, because it lets us kind of see inside the brush, which helps us out greatly. And so again, you can see our height here. The Canadian Pacific line stays low, which is really interesting, because they essentially meet at Raith, right? They come back together, and Raith was sort of a side-by-side station for the two lines. So it's really weird that we're really up high and they're kind of down low right now. And you'll see that a little bit more up ahead. So again, down here you can see the height of this embankment. And again, this would all had to been filled with fill, right? This all was done with fill. So just amazing amount of work here. Ooh, I'm huffing and puffing here. The nice thing is, so when I was going east, I'm coming downhill, no dog in the trailer. Now I'm climbing with the 60-pound dog in the trailer. Fun times. Okay, let's zip you ahead a little bit here until we get to our next feature. All right, so we're coming up on our next point of interest. There's a Canadian Pacific train, and it kind of sucks because there's a spot where we get to see it really well, and it'd be neat. We caught the tail end of one on the way this way, and I doubt we're gonna get there in time. So GPS is telling me 1,462 feet. The benchmark here is 1,467, so we're pretty darn close. So here somewhere is supposed to be the start of the siding at Horne. Talk a little bit more about Horne Station when we actually get to it, but if this is true, so looking at the maps, and I'll show you the map when we actually get to the station, this is one hell of a long siding, because the station is way the heck up there. So I'm not quite sure what the deal is here. That's what it shows on the map. Is that reality? Now what's interesting is this whole area here right before you get to the station, you can see that they've dug ballast or gravel or something out of here, and I'll talk about it when we get to the station. On the 1911 census, it shows people at Horne, and it also shows the Horne pit. Now the big question is what is the Horne pit? Because there's this area here, and again you can see kind of it's all been kind of dug out here and here, and if you look at the satellite photographs, you can actually see, you know, where it's been kind of dug out. You can see it's a pretty extensive area. But on the other side of Horne, closer to our destination, there's actually a big ballast pit there, and there was actually a spur running off into it. So we know that there was a bunch of upgrades done to this line around 1910, 1911. And so that would explain the people at the pit. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any employee timetables from that period. The next one I have is 1915. And so it doesn't show any spur or anything here. It shows the one up ahead where we had this, you know, the length of track running into, and it really kind of runs off, I guess, to the east or the northeast off the track. So I'm not sure where those people were located, if they were located here or if they were located here. This would explain the length of the siding here. Basically, if they're using this to load gravel. But again, we'll see that on the map a little bit better once we get to the station. So maybe what I'll do is I'll zip you ahead a little bit until we get up to where Horne is. So here you can see some of the remnants of that. You got all these jack pines that are growing up here, and then you can see this whole area has been dug out here, and the beavers built a dam and a lodge. It's a little chilly this morning. It was supposed to be cloudy, so this morning when I got here it was like, wow, it's a little bit nippy outside. What does my phone say? Can't read that. Five. My nose keeps running. Okay, let's keep going here. We're not going to catch that train. Damn it. Like I said, there's a really great spot there up ahead. Again, you can see how open it is here. You can see the geography. There's lots of like sand, which you will find pockets of around here. Basically it's all like glacial till. that was kind of pushed around. Is that a partridge up on the road up there? Looks like it. We've seen a few this morning, not as many as last week. Last week we saw like 30 of them. Yeah, there she is. And there she goes. All right, let's zip you ahead once again to Horne. Yeah, we're gonna miss that train. Lots of westbounds. Sounds like it's going west. Saw a whole bunch of westbounds yesterday. Must be busy with grain traffic and stuff. Okay, so here you can see the geography shifts a little bit. You can see how it becomes more kind of grown in. One of the neat things is the ditching work that they did on this line. So you can see pretty extensive ditches on this side. And then if we, looks like I'm drunk here. You could see pretty extensive ditching work on the, I guess on the east side as well. Okay, let's hold up here a second. Horne Station is just up ahead.